Here's another Friday dump, and if you don't know what a Friday dump is, it's when the inconvenient truth that they really don't want to talk about gets dropped on a Friday because they know it's a long holiday weekend and you won't pay attention. Anytime they have some inconvenient truth that might bust up the narrative, they drop it on a Friday night when you don't pay attention, so that when you finally figure out about 6, 8, 9 months down the road, you can't go at them and say, well, you never told us. Because what they'll do is say, well, we told you. We told you about this. It's like the newest stat. Remember back a year ago when the CDC dropped the fact that most of the time when people are dying from COVID, it's not from COVID. They're dying with COVID. And in the subsection, they noted that it takes about 4 comorbidities for anyone to die with COVID-19. But they didn't tell you that on TV, any of the propaganda machines that are out there from any of these major news organizations. They kept telling you that people were dying from COVID-19 when they weren't. Here's the newest drop, the newest Friday dump. Here you go. They knew all the PCAs, all of the testing for COVID-19 was flawed. All of it. And they sent it out to doctors, to you, and private institutions anyways. The newest stat, which is so crazy, is of all the positive COVID tests from the testing they sent out, only 1 in 31 were actually true positive COVID-19. Let me say that again. Only 31 of the positive COVID-19 diagnoses were actually a true positive. 1 in 31. That means 31 people got a positive COVID test, and they're like, that's weird, because I don't feel anything, and I'm fine, and I'm asymptomatic. It's so strange. I don't understand why that's happening. And that happened to you, it happened to me, it happened to everyone. But guess what? You know why that is? Not only the fact that the PCS test can't detect the difference between flu and COVID, but the test they actually sent the hospitals, only 1 in 31 of the positive tests were actually COVID-19. 1 in 31. So divide all those infections by 31. That'll give you the actual number of people getting COVID-19. And then if you go through all of the deaths, keep in mind almost 90% of them were people dying with COVID-19. For example, someone gets in a car accident, dies in the hospital, but they had COVID. COVID's not the cause of death. It was steel on steel getting smashed in a car. Just like the narrative is right now. But I'm not letting go of it. Because guess what? You guys like the Friday dumps? I'm going to keep exposing them. I'm going to show you the filth that these people are trying to hide in plain sight all the time. But once again, I hate to say I told you so.
Not the kind of guys that say, we told you so, but we told you so.
Religion!